Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul faced off at Hard Rock Stadium this past weekend, and we got Jake Paul getting into trouble, and we got Caitlyn the Trans running for governor in California as a Republican. Oh, this is A&E Talks.
Y'all already know, episode 3, cue the music. This is A&E Talks, where we don't give two flying flips about what we say. Stay woke.
Hey guys, welcome to A&E Talks. I'm Anthony.
I'm Ethan. Let me finish drinking my water first. My name's
good, buddy?
Ethan. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh. This is episode 3, and we got some thoughts we've got to talk about. Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather, happening June 6th. The fight was originally supposed to be in April or May, and they had to postpone it due to COVID, and they want to get a crowd there. Where's it going to be at?
It's going to be in Hard Rock Stadium.
Hard Rock Stadium?
Where they face off was?
Yep. Okay. They just faced off this past weekend, and Jake Paul decided to get in some trouble too. You know how he is. And
he could not get in trouble. He couldn't.
He stole Floyd Mayweather's hat and ran away, and you could hear it in one of the videos, like Floyd Mayweather chasing after him, and he was like, "Stop! Dude, stop!" Like he was running away.
He made him mad.
But dude, Floyd Mayweather's freaking hairline though. That dude needs a bit of a trim. He looks freaking weird. But this is going to be early predictions for the fight, like the Jake Paul Ben Askren one, and hopefully we get this right. I'm putting my prediction right now. Come on, people. It's Floyd Mayweather, 50-0, the GOAT of boxing. I mean,
there's no way Logan Paul's going to beat.
I'm saying this right now. Floyd Mayweather, it's not going to be a knockout.
This is just all for money. There's nothing. Yeah. It's not going to even be close.
Yeah. I think it'll go down the distance somehow, maybe, and Floyd Mayweather would get the decision. Watch Logan Paul knock out Floyd Mayweather. Just to make
if that happens, it's rigged. I'm not even kidding.
Dude, that'll.
I'm still thinking the Ben Askren and Jake Paul fight was rigged. So these people just want money. That's all it is.
For real.
But Jake Paul, I can't even with him.
It's crazy. Like he just got a tattoo of "Gotcha hat."
He stole the hat, he said "Gotcha hat."
And he got a tattoo.
I know y'all seen the video. Yeah, he went and got a tattoo of a hat, and above it says "Gotcha hat." He changed his name on Twitter to "Gotcha hat." He started selling merch, hats, shirts. He's
selling merch.
Yes, Gotcha hat merch. Gotcha hat merch.
So, I'm guessing Floyd Mayweather is going to fight Jake Paul after
Logan. Yeah, he's going to whip them both.
That'd be great, dude. I hope Floyd knocks both of them out. I like Logan Paul more.
I want to see Logan and Jake Paul fight. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see Logan.
Jake Paul's been putting on a bit of a flex on his podcast.
I know.
He's been saying I'm undefeated. He's 1-1.
Yeah, he's talking crap.
Logan Paul's 0-1.
Oh no.
Logan Paul's 0-1. He hasn't won one yet. Which might change, and if it does, that's gonna be a big one. That's Floyd Mayweather, dude. Like, there's no way. He's not going to win.
No, he's not.
But it's June 6th, Hard Rock Stadium. I think 100% capacity. Yeah, it's in Florida. Mm-hmm. So hopefully that's pretty good. We also got Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier, July 10th, in Florida. I like how they're all hosting them in Florida.
Yeah, it's the only. I mean, they're.
I know. 100%. Florida seems to be like the place to be right now, dude. I want to go to Florida so badly. That's where I'm going. Like when I get my vacation, that's where I'm going, dude. Like, in all seriousness. But that's our prediction. I think it'll go to. My prediction is go down to distance. Decision would be Floyd Mayweather. What's yours?
Floyd Mayweather's going to knock him out within.
Knockout.
Within like the first, probably second round knockout.
Second round.
Yeah.
All right. But, I mean, you got to consider Father Time in the factor. Floyd's like 41, 42 years old. Yeah. No. Their fight was in 2016. Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. He was 40.
Long ago?
Dude, he's like 45.
Yeah, he's old. that fight was in 2016?
Yeah, dude, I'm just realizing how fast time's going.
I know.
Logan Paul's like 20-something. He's a young stud.
It was like 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
Man.
Well,
I didn't realize that.
That concludes our predictions. Now on to the next subject. All right, we got Caitlyn Jenner, the trans, running in California for governor as a Republican. So we had him saying, yes, him. We don't care if you get mad. Go ahead. But he's running as a Republican, and he said trans boys shouldn't be in girl sports. Mm-hmm. And we support that, but I don't know how
that doesn't make sense coming from him.
I know,
because he is.
But I support that. I don't know how the citizens of California are going to take Caitlyn Jenner. Like, this is so confusing. Like, so I'm on his site right now, CaitlynJenner.com. California is worth fighting for. It is worth fighting for. California is a freaking crap hole. I mean, no offense to the people that live there, but there's a lot of dumb people there. Do you got any thoughts on that?
I mean, this just in reference to California, it just says something when the most conservative thing you have out there running is Caitlyn Jenner.
Is a trans.
That's the most conservative thing you got running out there. It's absolutely insanity.
I mean, I hope he wins, honestly, because he might be California's last hope. I mean, you got...
there is no hope.
There's no hope for California?
None.
Oh, my gosh. That's actually pretty funny. But the homelessness is getting out of control in California due to Pelosi's district. I mean, you just look at their district. The taxes are insane there. I mean, everybody's on lockdown. I mean, you take Florida, for example. Governor DeSantis. Mm-hmm. I mean, dude's opened up the state. Dude's a total boss. I mean, he's charging people, like schools, federal officers, $5,000 if they ask for your COVID ID vaccination. Because that's what Democrats want, is for you to show an ID that you got your vaccine.
Yeah, the vaccine.
But you don't need an ID to vote, which is...
Yeah,
which makes no sense. They just want total control. It's all about power.
That's right.
I mean,
even I was just in South Carolina this past week. I probably seen. I'm not lying. I probably seen a total of probably 4 people wearing a mask out in public the whole time.
South Carolina,
everything. Yeah,
open?
Everything's like.
I heard Tennessee's open pretty good too.
It's a lot of places. I mean, a lot of conservative states are, which really doesn't make sense because we're pretty conservative. Us and Oklahoma are the only 2 states where all the counties were red in the election. The past 2 elections, 2016 and the 2020 election.
Yep.
But I mean, we all know Jim Justice. We all know he's a Democrat. We know it. He's a rhino.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
But he's lifting the mask mandate.
June 20th is what he says.
Next month.
Yeah,
which is going to be great. Because, I mean...
We'll see. I don't know if I believe that.
Well, we just need to open things up.
Yes.
For the people that are too scared of this virus, you stay home. You have the freedom to do that, but you don't...
Yes, and if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask.
Yeah.
And it's like you go out in public and you're worried about someone else wearing a mask. Well, if you have a mask on, you're protected. So...
Especially if you're vaccinated. If you get vaccinated, I mean, go ahead. But you shouldn't have to force us and get an ID. I mean, they're going to try to make it everywhere. To go out of the country, you're going to need a vaccine ID to, do anything. They just want total control. They want, and it's outrageous.
And that's really what it's all about. They just want control, period. That's it.
And
they've used the media to scare people and scaring people, and basically they've rewired their brains and how to think, and that's exactly what this. I really think it's what it was designed all along for.
And
it wasn't a. I don't think it was a coincidence that during a worldwide pandemic hits during the 2020 election with Trump in office. Well, I just don't. And it went again. I mean, it helped Biden.
I still
because I've heard seen interviews of people saying they switched they voted for Trump in 2016, but then they voted for Biden because of how he handled COVID, which he didn't do anything.
He closed the travel ban from here to China, where it originated in Wuhan. I'm pretty sure
in a lab in Wuhan.
President Biden, former vice president at the time, called him xenophobic, racist, for doing that. And now he just closed.
Was it on Egypt?
No, to a travel ban to Europe.
Not Egypt.
And it was in January when Trump did that. And in February, Nancy Pelosi was dancing out in Chinatown. Everybody non-masked, telling them to come out. And then we didn't know how bad it really was till the end of February, beginning of March. That's when the craziness started happening. That's when the lockdown happened. That's when Trump declared a national emergency. And also, Biden just closed. He just did a ban on China or somewhere in Europe. I'm pretty sure. He just looked that up. I need to make sure I'm correct. He just did a travel ban, and he called Trump xenophobic and racist for that. So, I'm pretty sure I'm right. Did he? I gotta
know. India.
To India. Because India's having a bad breakout right now in COVID. United States is assisting them right now. They're having a really terrible breakout. And hopefully everything works out there. But still, he did a travel ban because he needed to do that.
I remember
to prohibit from people traveling from India to here to spread it. That is the same reason that Trump did that.
I remember that night when Trump did that. It was the night literally the whole country shut down. Basically, really the whole world. It was the start of the whole world because I remember I was at Applebee's and it all started because Rudy Gobert tested positive.
Yes.
Before the Oklahoma City Thunder game, and he plays for the Jazz and Thunder game.
Didn't he put his mouth on the mic or something?
Yes. And before that, he was joking around. He was touching everybody's stuff. He was coughing on people in the locker room, just being stupid. Yeah, and during the press conference, he was started touching all the mics as a joke. He literally, I remember, there was fans in attendance that game. They're just waiting to watch the game, and they see one of the Utah Jazz trainers come out and whisper something. One of the doctor trainers. Yeah. And whispered something in the ref's ear, and the refs all left. The court was completely empty. Both teams in the locker room. The refs weren't out there, and then it came through the loudspeakers that the game has been postponed because of. But it didn't give a reason actually. It just said everything's fine, go home.
Yeah.
And then that's the night that Trump put the travel ban on Europe, and. It was within days. The next day, my school was canceled. Then schools everywhere was shut down. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy to think about that actually happened.
I know, it is kind of insane, but we're starting to get it. Dr. Fauci just said we're in the 6th inning.
That guy's an idiot. He's a complete moron.
He really contradicts himself. When it comes to the masks,
He don't know nothing.
CDC guidelines, and people would be like, "Okay, doctor," and I'm like, it's true. You go back and look at everything he's said.
Dude, in February of 2020, it was February. I think it was 14th, or maybe February 19th. I think he was talking about. He had this sit-down interview and was talking about masks, and basically was talking about how useless they are. They don't do nothing. You don't need them. Not even a full. It was literally 3 weeks later to the exact date. He's sitting there pushing these mask mandates that governors are.
And then you also want us to triple mask, double mask, saying we have a better chance. It's just outrageous.
Yes.
That's I mean, you look at everybody being on lockdown, being too scared to come out. Their antibodies are going to be severely weak because this is a part of life. This is what we do. Our body, our immune system fights off viruses, fights off colds, fights off bacteria. It's what it does, and we're too scared to go out to a 90. I mean, for us, it's almost 100% chance of survival. It's not.
I had it.
It's not, but it's low.
I had it. I just lost it, which I know it's different for everybody. And some people, I know of elderly people that has died. It killed them.
Yeah.
But it's a 99.6% survival rate.
For us.
That's world. No, that's world. That's
world. Well,
worldwide.
I know it's a very low number. If you have like asthma, you have like, of course, cancer. You got diabetes, obese. I just found out most of the COVID deaths were a majority are very obese people because they got diabetes. They got all sorts of problems, and the COVID just finishes them off.
Dude, even the COVID, like the numbers that they've said people have died. You all right?
No,
people have died from
I'm
COVID.
kind of dying right now, but
that's those aren't accurate at all.
Yeah,
because the flu daggum disappeared in 2020.
The flu's taking a break right now. It's being a bench warmer. COVID's taking its place.
Everything. It.
Oh well. I wish I could move to Florida because they're back to normal life. Tennessee's back to normal life. Mm-hmm. Here's like South Carolina's on that.
A lot of states are more. It's just.
And the funny thing is, the open states that are going back to normal have lower cases than the lockdown states. Explain that to me. New York City's a ghost town. California is a crap hole. Hopefully Caitlyn Jenner does win. He seems like to be their only hope. Honestly. I hope that place gets some help, but...
I don't know if I'd say that.
Well,
it's its own.
Yeah.
California's something else.
Yeah. And now we just had, let's see, a couple days ago, Candace Owens had former President Donald Trump on
the GOAT
for show. Yes, sir.
The GOAT,
greatest president in my lifetime, which is only like 20 years, but still. And she wants to be Donald Trump's vice president for 2024. And Trump's kind of aiming more, people are aiming more towards the governor of Florida, which is good. Now people are talking about Robert DeSantis, Candace Owens for 2028, which is a great duo. That'd be great. Or I wouldn't mind Candace Owens became president.
There's a
she's
few
amazing,
people I'd
dude.
like to see run in the future. She's one of them.
Yeah.
DeSantis, of course. Ted
And
Cruz. I love
me.
Ted Cruz.
Also, my opinion, Ivanka Trump. Talk about a woman president. She could be a great one.
But everybody wants Trump to come back, and if he does, I don't think anybody in the Republican Party is going to challenge him.
No. Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio has already come out and said he'll be the choice. There's going to be no need for primaries. So, and I agree with him.
Me too.
I wish Trump would come back. I'm already getting taxed like crazy. Dude, I'm already making like $50 less a check. Like, it's crazy. And President Biden just said a couple days ago, anybody making less than $400,000 will not pay taxes at all.
I know.
Will not pay taxes at all. And I'm like,
that'd be nice.
Everyone was cheering like, yeah, let's go, President Biden, let's go. Heck, I'd support that. But we know that's full of crap. He's already raised my taxes. I've already spoken with my family members. I will say my aunt, she showed me like what she makes, and it's a good amount, but she's getting taxed like crazy. Like, they're taking a little over half. It's insane. They're taking more than half. Which, she makes a good amount, but still, there's no need for that. and he wants to tax these top 1%, which have the power and money to migrate to another country and boom their economy and leave us out in the dirt. And then it'll come crashing down on the middle class, and they'll get overwhelmed, so they'll crash down, and the low class, the low border class, like us, normal people,
Yep.
will be left to pay that off. So middle class is going to crash if President Biden continues to do this. He says we're going to grow the economy from the bottom out. I mean, massive inflation is going to come into place. There's going to be, getting milk, eggs, and bread is going to be a pretty penny now. I mean, these people, he also said in his State of the Union addressing Congress, trickle-down economics doesn't work. I mean, it's just...
You know, that was the least amount of views a president has ever got.
It was like half capacity. It was so boring.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz,
Was falling asleep. He was asleep.
Dude was freaking zoned out.
Oh, that's
Dude was
hilarious.
freaking slumped. But he's just gonna cause massive inflation. I mean, small businesses are gonna have to close, and they're gonna have to cut hours to employees. More unemployment. I mean, people are gonna be claiming more unemployment. I mean, it's just craziness. I mean, I had a little bit of economics class, not much, but I still have some common sense of how the economy should be worked. And him, I mean, he's not in control whatsoever. He's a puppet. And,
Yes.
I mean, it's true.
He don't know where he's at half the time.
No.
He really don't.
I know he tries to mean well and tries to unite us, but it's not gonna work. I mean, his presidency is based all on everything opposite of Trump. He's just reversed everything, even if it's for like the common good for us people. He just reverses it because President Trump did it.
Yes, and that's why people voted for him. People don't love Joe Biden. They don't. They
He's
just
not
hate Trump.
He's just not Trump.
They
So
hate Trump
if Trump
so
wins
much.
back the White House, his presidency for the first term is just going to be opposite of Biden. It's just going to be reversing everything back, fighting Congress, fighting Democrats. I mean, the fight is just never going to stop.
Mm-mm.
So it's just this is going to be a tough decade in my opinion, but I think good will come out of it. I think we'll win. So hopefully that happens. We'll just have to see what happens. I think Candace Owens would be a great president or vice president. I'm still going to go with
I really like
Ron
her.
DeSantis, not Robert. We were saying Robert. It's Ron. Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, for vice president for Trump. I think Trump's going to win in 2024, and I can't wait for him to be a savage to the press again. Dude, it's going to be so funny.
I hope he runs again. He hasn't said for sure,
He-
but
he
he's
said-
heavily implied it, but he has not.
He's going to run.
I think so too. I
He'll
hope so.
call it like a year or two before the election.
I hope he does.
So we'll just see how that goes. But yeah, that concludes today's episode. We hope y'all enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty good episode. What do you think?
Yep. I want to say something about this. Our last episode, or episode 2, we were up to how many views? It was almost 300, wasn't it? Or over 300.
Episode number 2 was about it was over 250. I know that. So it was making its
Last
way to
time I
300.
checked, it was like 304 or like 302.
And now it's back at like
170.
So I don't know. YouTube doesn't like us. They know we're Trumpers. So
everybody,
we're gonna keep posting. So
Yeah.
we'll get. It's alright.
Everybody that's watched this video, just like it. Just like it.
Keep liking it.
subscribe.
Keep watching. Tell your
whatever.
friends. We're already at 25 subs, dude.
Yeah,
I
I know.
remember at last episode we were like, our 6th subscriber, 7th, 8th. Dude, now we're at 25. Like,
And when we started this thing, I thought we were going to have a total of like 3. 2 being me and Anthony. Then
yeah,
like
yeah.
one of our friends
Now we're
or
at
something.
we're gonna make our way to 50 here really soon.
I
Next
hope so.
episode, it's gonna be really good. We're actually gonna start to get into like games, Star Wars, Red Dead, anything y'all like, and of course drama, politics, anything. Y'all just keep commenting what y'all want us to talk about.
Yeah, comment a subject that you'd like us to talk about. Anything.
Anything, we don't care. It's all right with us, but yeah, we hope y'all enjoyed. Like and subscribe. We'll see y'all next week. Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul face off at Hard Rock Stadium this past weekend, and we got Jake Paul getting in some trouble. Find out. Caitlyn Jenner, governor. Dude, it's hard. The fight is June 6th. I'm a freaking idiot.
Yeah, why are you redoing all this? We just filmed all that.
No, I'm sorry.
That's going in the bloopers.